Yes, I gotta go old school on y'all because they keep making me take out the music on the beginning of the which is weird because I see a lot of people doing music at the beginning of their videos, but I don't know. I guess I have to ask somebody, but I have to go old school, and this is why I made up that song that I made up. We in the mother dark room. Hey, we in the motherfucking dark room. Hey, we in the motherfucking dark room. I just got a question, y'all, in the dark room. I'm not here for a long time, just a short time. I just want to discuss one thing with y'all. And I want to ask a question one time for the one time. And I know everybody's going to be like, well, Eve, I just want to ask y'all one question. Please hit like, share, and subscribe as y'all enter the dark room. Please hit like, share, and subscribe as y'all enter the dark room. Alexa, go to YouTube. Please hit like, share, and subscribe as y'all enter the dark room. I just wanted to ask a question, y'all. A question. Because I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. And I'm really trying to like really understand, but I'm really not understanding. So I'm gonna let y'all enter the room first, and then let me see if my sound is good, cause you know how that go. Hello. Let me see if my okay, my sound is good. We in the dark room, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the dark room, and as we are in the dark room, I want to have a drink in the dark room. Just one more drink for the night. It feel like it's so late in New York City. That's because there's nobody really outside. Nobody's not making no noise because we basically have a snow day. But I don't never have a snow day, as y'all can see. I just wanted to ask a question. Hello, whoever's in the chat, whoever's entered the room, please like, share, and subscribe. I just wanted to ask y'all one question while we are all here. How is it that one of our queens, rap queens, how is it that the queen of rap does not have an American citizenship? I don't understand how she was here since the age of 5, they said. How is it that she's been here for so long, since the age of 5, y'all, and she does not have an American citizenship? Nicki Minaj has had her own TV reality show and everything. How is it that she does not have her own citizenship by now? How does she not have her paperwork together? And this is the whole moral of you not have. Hey, everybody. Hey, I'm okay. That money keep her here. And that's another thing. She's paying taxes, though. She's paying the taxes and she's doing all of the things. So now it's starting to make sense to me now. Now things are starting to connect the dots. Now the dots is starting to be connected. Okay? Let's just go backwards real quick. When she was with Safari. She probably knew she wasn't going to be with Safari for a long time. Even though Safari, I think, is an American citizen. You would have thought she would have married Safari. But I'm going to tell you what happened with Nicki. I'm going to tell you what happened with Nicki. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. As I like this blunt. Let me tell y'all what happened with Nicki. Cardi B happened to Nicki. I'm going to just tell y'all what happened. Cardi B happened. Cardi B came out. Cardi B was already connected to a lot of a lot of gang affiliates. She was already repping, blood, the red team. And I feel like Nicki Minaj felt like she had to go get connected to a team. Because if you think about it, when Nicki Minaj first came out, she wasn't gang banging. She wasn't doing none of that. But, okay, we go back to what I said the other day at the turkey drive. Nicki Minaj has not been at another turkey drive since she met Kenneth Petty. Kenneth Petty is an American citizen, but Kenneth Petty is also a jailbird. Yeah, listen. If we gonna be here for a short time and not a long time, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. Kenneth Petty is a jailbird, right? Okay. With that being said, I don't know how he explained the story to her, how he became on that list of SA. We don't know how he explained that to her or whatever. Maybe he told her what he wanted to tell her to get her. Because I remember when they first met, he supposedly had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend at one point or whatever. But my thing is, though, okay, so you're not only an American citizen, Nicki, you hooked up with somebody that was on that list. It was like ever since, oh man, I don't even want to blame it on him, but ever since, and I don't want to blame it on Cardi B neither, but ever since Cardi came out, Nicki felt like Cardi B was on her heels. I don't, and it don't have nothing to do with bars. It don't have nothing to do with bars. She felt like Cardi B was on her fucking heels. Cardi B don't came out here, okay? At one point, Cardi B, when she first was on Love and Hip Hop, she had a dude that was locked up. She got rid of him real quick as she rose to fame, though. Then she hooked up with Offset. She was with Offset, had kids with Offset. Offset was part of the Migos, the big three. And I feel like somebody was feeling pressure to be a part of something, anything that had something to do with a man, okay? And I feel like all of a sudden, because think about this, all of a sudden, randomly, Nicki Minaj happens to be in New York City. Kenneth Petty and his friends is doing a turkey drive. We ain't heard about his friends doing a turkey drive since then. Think about that. I have not seen him or Nicki. You would think, because that's the way that they supposedly not met but reunited and recanted their love affair with each other because she said she was messing with him when she was younger. Okay, so y'all rekindled y'all little love affair at this turkey drive. You would think that that would be a thing for y'all to do together after y'all became one mother. I mean, after y'all became husband and wife. But that wasn't the case. Nicki and Lotto would be fire. Ice Spice is cool, but Ice Spice is naked at SpongeBob premiere. It's like, girl, read a room. It's like, I understand. Like, girl, I'm gonna need. I need Ice Spice to hook up with somebody that's gonna style her and get her. Because my thing is, you from New York, you from the Bronx. Bronx chicks, we got style. It's like she don't got it. Like one minute she got it, and you can tell somebody styles her real good one day, and the next day Lotto don't be having it. So it's like, girl, can you go find a clue, a blueprint? Can you go find you a stylist that's gonna really style you? She needs somebody. Let me tell you what she needs. Ice Spice needs somebody that's real hungry in the game, that's gonna style her and stick with her, and they both can blow up together. You understand? She needs somebody that's new, but that has the inside when it comes to fashion. She needs one of those. Somebody that's going to style her and not abandon her. Somebody that's going to style her and stick by her through her career. You see how Cardi B style, you can't, that's Bronx shit. You can't take style out of a Bronx shit. It's like, girl, either you got it or you don't. And we seen you at the SpongeBob premiere. I don't know if you knew it was going to be kids at the SpongeBob premiere, Ice Spice. But that was dumb for you to wear your bikini at the bikini bottom. I'm just saying, read a room. There's kids involved. You couldn't have wore something else? Girl. Anywho, back to Nicki and Kenneth Petty. I feel like they should have made that part of they love affair as they grew. And I'm talking about the turkey drive because, like I said, we ain't seen neither one of them give out a turkey since they've been together. I mean, it is what it is. I guess my thing is, and I seen a thing where they doxed Nicki, put out her whole address and everything with Kenneth Petty jail picture there. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just trying to figure out, with her paying taxes here, Nicki is the cream la la creme. I feel like she did not have to go get a Kenneth Petty. But with Kenneth Petty having connections in street gang activity, she want y'all can sit there and say what she want. I feel like a little bit of her wanted a little bit of that edge that Cardi B had. But see, Cardi B didn't have to get married into what she got going on with the red people. Cardi B is the red people. She don't have to. She wasn't married into that. Cardi B was into that in real life. Like if you know, you know, and I know because I've been living here all my life. I know who Cardi B is. I know. I know. So my thing is, she didn't have to get married into that. Cardi B is into that. Cardi B is just like that in these streets. One call. That's why when she be going crazy on social media, I'm so happy she don't do that. I'm happy she has not had a breakdown in a long time. But if Cardi B really want to do Cardi B type things, she can make a phone call and have some things, you know. But my thing is, Nicki Minaj had to get married into that. Nicki Minaj did not come from that. Look at Safari. Safari is not no gang banger. Nicki Minaj did not come from that. Yeah, she was around Deb Anthony and she was around Gucci Man and all of them. But if you think about it, Nicki Minaj did not come from that world. She had to get married into that world. And with her getting married to Kenneth Petty, being that Kenneth Petty was a citizen, now it all makes sense. You went and married him, you figure you killed two birds with one stone, not realizing, not realizing he had that case on his jacket like that. You didn't realize he had that case on his jacket. And that's what makes me think that this is just my thoughts. This is nobody else's thoughts. Which makes me think that Kenneth, when they first met and he told her this story, I feel like he lied to Nicki Minaj a little bit. I really do. I really do. Because even if he didn't, there's no way I'm marrying you. I don't care if I don't have a citizenship. I've been doing my career all this time without no citizenship. I'll find a way to get my papers done and whatever. Then it comes to find out they dropping Nicki whole case record. Nicki is a felon her damn self. So it's like, did they not let you get the citizenship because you're a felon? Because I know sometimes they'll do stuff like that. But my thing is though, so you hear and you put more eyes on you by sitting on that stage. You put more eyes on you and garner more bad attention. People say, oh, good publicity, bad publicity is all. No, it's this bad. They're talking about canceling you, girl. So you threw your whole hip hop career down the drain and you're not even American citizen? Girl, you got to read the room. I know, it's nothing to see. We in the dark room tonight. It's nothing to see. I'm just sitting here working and my hands is not free. It's nothing to see. I'm just chatting with y'all for a little while. And then I'm gonna go to bed because I got clients in the morning. But it's this weird. Yo, Nicki, I love me some Nicki Minaj, but I'm mad that she did not. I'm kind of mad with her that she didn't get her citizenship. Like, girl, you knew you had a whole felony. You could have got that expunged. It was a way. The big wigs do it. They do it. So I know it's a way for her to get that. It was a way for her to get that expunged off her fucking record and for her to get her citizenship. She has enough money to buy people just like those people like to buy people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj have enough money. I'm gonna say it one more time. Nicki Minaj has enough money to get her record expunged so she can get her citizenship. Even if she would have had to buy a green card. Please. They do it here. They do it. We're not gonna act like they don't do it. That's what I can't. If I'm gonna talk to y'all, like I said, even if it's for a half an hour, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a short time. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me how she not a citizen and been here since like 85, 87, since she was 5 years old. Nicki, are you shit? Like, how do you not take care of that? That thing that you need to take care of. And you notice what I notice is that's what I put on my reels. You notice what I notice? Her mother don't got nothing to say. And I'm sorry. I understand that your brother is a essay offender and he's in jail. But that whole writing a letter on behalf of your brother, no. It's sometimes, let me tell you something. Everybody can't go. This here we go saying what my cousin be saying to me. Listen, when you on your way up, everybody can't go. And what I mean by that is, I would have never wrote that letter. I would have had to be a citizen first in order for me to write a letter to a judge on the behalf of my essay brother. No, it's no way. There's no way that I'm writing you a letter and I'm not even a fucking citizen. So here's my tea. I got questions now because now I'm starting to think. I got questions. Is your brother an American citizen? I'm gonna tell you why I think he is. This is how I feel like it's bullshit. This is why I feel like it's bullshit. Nicki brother, yeah, a lot. She's up his behind a lot. But see, here's my thing. Here's my thing. If your brother went to court and got found guilty for being an offender, right? And y'all are not from this country, wouldn't he have to be deported? Or is he going to do his time here and then get deported? Because you would think that they wouldn't want that in their country and they would just deport him, right? Something weird about this whole thing is weird. I'm telling y'all. It's something about this whole thing is not weird. It's just weird to me. Because Nicki Minaj had a whole reality show on MTV. This is why I'm not understanding how she's able to move the way she's moving, but and yet you're not even an American citizen. Girl. And truth be told, they might have wanted to get rid of her when she did the felony. Now, I'm not too clear on what the felony is, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I seen her picture, her jail picture or whatever. But my thing is though, yeah, because everything is floating around on social media now. Everything is everywhere. So in the video, my screenshot of my thumbnail, that is Nicki Minaj saying to Kenneth Petty, and matter of fact, I'm gonna play it for y'all. Nicki Minaj is saying to Kenneth Petty, so now that I marry you, I'm gonna be an American citizen. Damn it, the hell. Let me. Yeah, it was weird. And they doing this. That's a Halloween costume. He's Chucky and she's the bride of Chucky. Ain't that something? She's Chucky. He's Chucky and she's the bride of Chucky. And she's saying to him, "Oh, so am I now an American citizen, Chucky?" And I'm like saying to myself, this is old, but why are you not an American citizen? Like I don't understand why she just didn't handle that. I'm very disappointed in Nicki Minaj. And then you go up there and then you put more negative light on you by sitting up there with these people, like that's cool? Yo, she messed up her whole career. Her whole career. You might as well just handed it over to all of your enemies. She messed up her whole career. I feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. I love Nicki Minaj. She will always be the queen of rap to me until somebody come out that's better. Everybody has their own lane, which I mean by that is I love Cardi B. I love all of the girls. Everybody have their own lane. Nicki is just the queen. But when you sit up on these platforms and you know you're really not supposed to be there, you think that your fans are that dumb that they don't realize, well, damn, why is Nicki sitting up there? Because a lot of these posts that are coming out are from bar pages. That's the weird thing that I see. They're from her fans' pages. That's what I don't get. They're from her people. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, this is a bar page. Like, what is going on? They got petitions. Okay, the petition that I showed y'all earlier in my reel, that was at 10,000. The petition is damn near now at 30,000. It's 25 and some change. They don't tag the White House. They don't tag ISIS. They don't tag the governor. They don't tag every damn body to this petition that they can possibly tag to get her deported. And then people sitting up there saying, oh, well, they're not going to be able to get her deported. I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe because she's up, they may, and that could be a reason why she really is up Donald Trump's behind. And that's why when they stopped her in the airport, TMZ stopped her in the airport the other day, they asked her if she had anything to say about Donald Trump. And she said, no, I don't have nothing. No, she's not going to have nothing to say about Donald Trump. If she needs him, of course she's not going to say nothing bad about him now. It's just weird. The whole thing to me with Nicki Minaj is getting weirder and weirder by the minute. And my thing is, she made one wrong move and they're going to deport her. Here's the thing. Her mother ain't got nothing to say. Her mother ain't said nothing. Her mother ain't said a damn word. I find that to be not weird because we don't never hear from her mother. But what happened to that sister that always wants to be in the spotlight? Maybe she shouldn't say nothing, but I just find it funny that she don't have nothing to say neither. Even though she's her sister from her father's side and not her mother's side. But she don't have nothing to say neither. It's very weird. It's very weird. Everything, all this evidence, they, like I said, they don't dox Kenneth Petty, put out his photos and pictures and how many times he don't been locked up. There's no way in the world you thought that man, by marrying him, was going to free you and you was going to automatically be an American citizen. And I know for a fact that's what she thought because she says it. She says it. So now I'm an American citizen. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, why do you think you're going to be an American citizen because you married him? Look how many pictures, look how many times he don't been in jail. It's no way you thought that. It's like she's smart and dumb at the same time. Girl, I don't know. I think Nicki Minaj made I think she made a career-ending choice. And I understand money is money, and people are putting out a list of people that supported 45, 47, and that's cool. They supported him, but they ain't never got up on nobody's stage. You understand what I'm saying? If they gonna support him, they're gonna support him. They're gonna support him and not show that they support him. You understand what I'm saying? But her getting up on that stage with that lady is like, really? I don't know. I just feel like Nicki Minaj messed up her whole career by getting up on that stage. But then I can understand why she did it because it's like she not trying to go back to no Trinidad. So, but my thing is, okay, she got up on stage. What's done is done. She got up on the stage. But when you got up on stage, you really didn't have too much to say. And that's why a lot of people was really mad at her. If you listen to what Joe Button said, he said, so you got up there to downgrade, basically, I'm paraphrasing, you got up there to downgrade your own people and lift them up. When have they ever lifted us up? And he's not lying. It's like, you got up there to do all of that to me. I told y'all it was a ritual. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I said it. I've been told y'all that's how I felt about it. I've been saying it for 2 lives now. This is the third live. I feel like it's a ritual. They're going to put her through the humiliation thing because she needs them more than they need her. And the only thing is they're going to use her to get to her people. And that's about it. But I don't think they need her people. They just want to humiliate her. And they needed a big star, and she needs to be a citizen. Let's see if she get her papers, because then that will only make sense. If she don't get no papers behind this, then what's the point? You understand what I'm saying? What's the point in doing all of this if you're not going to get no papers behind it? I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. I just don't get it. I feel like she really, really messed up her career by going into and on that stage. Like, you was already saying things on the internet that didn't look right already. You understand what I'm saying? And some of your spaces when she conduct those wasn't too right. But then you got up there and did that. It was like, girl, blink. I kept telling y'all, blink twice if she's okay. I want Nicki to blink twice, 3 times, because something did not seem right to me. And then now all of a sudden they saying that you're not even an American citizen. I'm surprised they even allowed her to get on the stage, but they need her. They needed her face. They want to use her people, and her platform. And they know that she's going to tweet things now because they're going to use her. They're going to use her to their benefit. They're going to use Nicki. They're going to use Nicki. Let me go to, here it is right here. I was like, Nicki is just doing too much. But it is what it is. The petition is so far 4 hours ago, but I think it's up to more now. It says it's 20,649. I think it's up further though. I seen where it was up further. That was only 4 or 5 hours ago. I seen where it was up a little bit further than that. Where the hell this happened? I seen it was up there, was up a little bit further than that. But by the time you blink and wake up and go to sleep, it's gonna be up to like damn near 30 by tomorrow afternoon. I give it tomorrow morning, because it seems like they really are trying to at people when they post this petition, because the people have been posting it on Twitter. They've been posting it actually a lot, and I'm like, really? It is what it is, though, y'all. It just saddens me that she messed up her whole career like this. I'm like very disappointed in Nicki Minaj at this point. It's like, girl, how much help do you need? And don't try to get help for your brother and your man and you. No, it's only one person that can help. It's the one that's making the money, that's a tax-paying citizen. That's just the way I feel. And with her house being on the auction block at one point, allegedly, now we don't hear nothing about her house. How she was, remember they were saying that she owed payments on her house or something like that. I didn't really report on it because I really didn't read too much into it. But now that you think about everything that's going on, I'm starting to think that, yeah, something is happening. Something is going on real big when it comes to Nicki Minaj. Something is going on. I really do believe it. It's just sad that she came this far in her career to like, come on. They tagged the White House, ISIS, FBI, Army. Everybody was tagged in this petition. Everybody. And they saying they want to send her back. They got Nicki Minaj is currently spiraling out of control. This is what they are saying. This is what the people wrote. Nicki Minaj is currently spiraling out of control seems to be experiencing, they trying to, here we go. And I'm not going to even say the word, but they're trying to make it seem like she's going loco. Her erratic behavior has led her to be her. What is going on? I'm reading it off the tablet is doing what it want to do. I'm gonna tell you what it's doing, okay? And when you have a tablet and you say certain things to it, it will do what it want to do. Y'all don't realize that, but this is why older people don't like these type of electronics around them. I'm just letting y'all let that be known right now. I'm just being real with y'all, and I'm not mad at them because it is a lot with these electronics. But basically, trying to, there's like a whole petition, a whole thing that somebody don't typed up against Nicki Minaj. It is this. I just want her to sit down for a little while. Like, she already took down her Instagram. I showed y'all that a couple of days ago. That was real. Her Instagram is deactivated. That was real. That was very real. That I posted on my reels. Yeah, because you're losing followers. And you don't want to, you see, here's the thing. If she deactivates her page, then nobody won't see how many followers she's actually losing. Because before she deactivated that page, Nicki Minaj had allegedly lost over 10,000 followers. So yeah, you losing followers, beloved. I'm just mad they doxing her like this. This is crazy. Harassed the Carters as well as rejected and completed an innocence in the American family despite having a justifiable reason to target them. Her recklessness in pursuing has become a source of distress and disruption for their lives. And they're talking about the Carters. Because what I heard is, yes, I think that's another thing they put a target on her back. Dragging them. Because I didn't do a story on it yet. But from what I'm hearing, they put a cease and desist out, and oh girl can't talk about them no more. The Carters, Beyonce, she can't mention Rock Nation, she can't mention none of them. So I hope she don't tweet about them or nothing because they're coming for her. They're coming for her. And if everything that Nicki Minaj is saying about Rock Nation is true, then of course they don't want her to say nothing. I wouldn't want her to say nothing neither. Why would you say anything? So of course they probably should have been trying to give her a cease and desist. You understand what I'm saying? But with a big name like that, then you understand? But I heard they've been gunning for Nicki for a minute now, ever since she started her rants. Listen, if you know you're not an American citizen, you shouldn't be ranting and raving about nothing. You should be getting your paperwork done first. You shouldn't be talking about nothing. You should be minding your business and keeping your head low. But not you. You got all the ranting and you are Nicki Minaj. It's like it's certain ways to do certain things. To me, for you to be a queen, she don't handle herself like a queen. Knowing that you don't have your paperwork, you should just be quiet and handle that first. And then come for all of the people them. You don't come for the people them. It's like she's moving backwards. You don't come for the people them. And then you come for the people them. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to come for them. I'm going to move backwards. Like, no, now you worrying about your citizenship? Like, I don't, like I said, I love Nicki Minaj, but to me, it's like she's moving backwards. It's like she's moving all the way backwards. In addition to her personal misconduct, Nicki Minaj chose a partner puts further restraint on her reception. She is married to Kenneth Petty, a registered SO whose criminal history begins and is current. Like you had a lot going on. This is the same man last year around this time. Wasn't it last year? Or was it this year that he threatened Offset? Oh, come outside, we out here, and then you did that on live, like that was cute. Like you and him are crazy. Like you would think you would tell him, don't tell him to come outside because you can barely come outside. And then right after he told Quavo to come outside, right after he told Offset to come outside, then you got restricted to the house for 100 and something days. Like you couldn't even come outside. How you gonna tell somebody to come outside? Judge tells you, well, guess what? Being that you you being that you got a record and you not supposed to be telling people and threatening people to come outside. How about you go inside for like 100 and something days? It's weird to me how they move as a couple. Nobody says no, don't do that. Oh yes, do that. Threaten him. Threaten her husband. Like what? Nobody has. It's weird. It's very very weird. Very. And this is long. Like I said, everybody that's posting. This is on X. And status does not grant her the right to overstep legal and moral boundaries. Her actions have demonstrated that she poses a threat not only to individuals she has targeted and bordered the community. Like they trying to say she is a threat to her community. Deporting Nicki Minaj back to her home country, Trinidad, seems the most visual solution. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy. Let us stand together in urging that the authorities make the right decision and take actions. Like what? I'm trying to tell you. Like I said, they tagged the FBI in this little letter. They tagged ISIS. They tagged the White House, and they tagged the U.S. State Assistant Secretary of the Army. They tagged the Secretary of the fucking Army, y'all. And you know why they did that? I'm gonna tell you why. Cause karma's a bitch. I'm gonna tell you why they did that. Remember, she was doing all those tags over there when it came to that man. She was doing all those tags, and she was tagging FBI, and she was tagging Donald Trump, and she was tagging all the people. Them. That's where that came from, y'all. That's where that came from. They got so many comments and so many people is talking about this. This don't make no sense. Nicki Minaj, look at this. As a neighbor of Miss Minaj, and I do not feel safe for my children or myself to leave our homes without security. Miss Minaj is sheltering a known child aura in her residence, which is located across the street from ours. Please take swift action regarding this matter. That post on X got 332 likes. Now, this is supposed to be her neighbor across the street. Right across the street. Right. I can't even get my words together. Your neighbor girl has posted on X underneath this petition. This ain't right, y'all. This is not gonna go well for Nicki Minaj. This is not gonna end well for her. I stand with immigrants and think the mass deportation are terrible and needs to be stopped. But in this case, I am personally seen and been harassed by Nicki Minaj's fan base. She weaponizes them and attacks people verbally and doxes people. It's an issue of real concern and fear. She has a huge platform and fan base, is vicious and blindly follows whatever she says. And that was posted too. Now, let me let y'all hear this, because Nicki Minaj is kind of slow.
Nigga finger. That's a fact. A whole motherfucking finger off of this shit. What you mean I secured the bag? You got your citizenship, your green card.
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
Chucky, because you are American, I can now fill out paperwork to vote in the United States of America of Donald Trump. And I would like to thank my fans and everybody that supported me.
I got Donald Trump there.
And
And I ain't
you mean I didn't buy this ring?
No, you didn't buy that ring. I
You
cut
cut a nigga finger,
a whole
a bitch finger.
That's a fact. A whole motherfucking finger off of this shit. What you mean I secured the bag? You got your citizenship, your green card.
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
Chucky, because you are American, I can now fill out paperwork to vote in the United States of America of Donald Trump. And I would like to thank my fans and everybody that supported me.
I got Donald Trump there.
And
The damn fool said I got Donald Trump wig on. I'm done. And this is why. Now, here's the thing. Wasn't that years ago when she dressed up like Chucky in the Bride of Chucky? In the movie, Chucky cuts off a finger to get that ring for his bride. That's why Kenneth Petty said it. But wasn't that a while ago? At least like more than 3 years ago. Because I want to look it up now. Alexa, when did Nicki Minaj and her husband dress up as the Bride of Chucky for Halloween?
I don't have an answer for that.
Why she don't never have an answer? Alexa, let's try it this way. Alexa, when...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Why she don't never know how to help me when I be needing help? Alexa, what year did Nicki Minaj and her husband just dress up for Halloween as Chucky?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Why she don't never have an answer? Are they just erasing Nicki Minaj from the internet as we speak? Because, watch this. Alexa, what's the weather in New York City?
In New York, it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly clear skies. Today, you can look for showers, with a high of 37 degrees and a low of 26 degrees.
She know that. Now, watch this. Alexa, what year did Nicki Minaj and her husband dress up as the Bride of Chucky?
From comicbook.com. Everyone's getting into the Halloween spirit, and that definitely includes Nicki Minaj. The superstar rapper loves going all out for the holiday, and this year she's embracing more of a horror vibe, teaming up with her husband Kenneth Petty for a Bride of Chucky photo shoot and costume set.
What year was that? Alexa, what year did Nicki Minaj and her husband dress up as the Bride of Chucky?
From comicbook.com. Everyone's getting into the Halloween spirit, and that
They don't
definitely
say it
includes
here,
Nicki
y'all.
Minaj. The superstar
Was it
rapper
this year?
loves going all out for the holiday, and this year she's embracing more of a horror vibe, teaming up with her husband Kenneth Petty for a Bride of Chucky photo shoot and costume set.
Was it this year, y'all? I didn't see her dress up as Chucky this year. It says this year, though. I just missed that whole point right there. Thank God I'm still reading what Alexa put up on my tablet. But it definitely says this year, y'all. So that means you dress... So you... That makes it even worse in my eyes now. Because y'all been together too long. And you heard what he said. I secured the bag, girl. You got your ring. You got your citizenship. No, she didn't, obviously. You secured the bag, Kenneth Petty. Her bag. Remember when Cardi B came out and said, sis, you need to go check your credit cards or whatever? The homies is talking and somebody is spending your money. And then boom, came out that somebody was really spending her money. How they get into her credit cards and all that? How would they get to her credit cards and all of that? It would have to be somebody else on the inside that's giving. I can understand this is your house, you leave stuff around, but I can't understand it because I'm in my house and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't leave stuff around for everybody to see like that. That was always weird to me. How when Cardi B dropped that T, and then it really came out to be true, and I believe that's why she really got mad at Cardi B and started talking about the kids and all that shit because that T was real. That T was real. That was some real life tea right there. That was some real life tea right there, and I believe she was mad about that. Everything that Cardi B has ever came and did, I love Nicki Minaj. But even down to marrying and having kids, she hurried up and did that with Kenneth Petty. And she only have one right now. Thing she have her one Papa Bear. Thank God for Papa Bear, whatever. But will that secure your spot in the United States? And if I wonder if your mother is gonna have to go back to Trinidad too. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if her mother smoking this weed. I'm wondering if her mother's gonna have to go back to Trinidad too. Because if she's not an American citizen, that means her mother's not one neither. And I believe her brother shouldn't be one neither. So that means when he gets out of jail, he's automatically going back to Trinidad because he's in jail up here. So that means he's going back to Trinidad when he gets out of jail. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it should be going. I'm surprised they didn't kick him out and have him go to jail down there. But see, here's the thing: Trinidad didn't alert the authorities that they wanted him back down there, probably. Especially if he's not an American citizen, he did the crime up here, so he's gonna do the time up here, and then they're gonna deport him back. But all of that trying to write letters on your brother's behalf was weird to me. Now it makes it even more weird to me. You sitting up there worrying about your brother. You should have been worrying about yourself. You should have been worrying about yourself. And I understand that's your brother. But your brother got evidence stacked up against him. I mean, and I think the little girl, I'm not going to, listen, I think she testified and all of that. So it's like, they had evidence on your brother. I wouldn't have been worrying about my brother and writing no letters for him. Listen, I'm trying to get my paperwork together. My thing is, you should have never married. You did better marrying Safari. I'm just not trying to be funny or nothing like that. But she did better staying with Safari and marrying him. You didn't have to have no kids by Safari. You were supposed to secure the bag, which is the paperwork, so you can be married to an American citizen. Hello? So you can be married to an American citizen. And then you could have divorced him and kept it pushing. Yeah, he needs to be under the jail. That's a dead fact. That's a dead fact. What he was doing to that little girl is crazy. And this is why I feel like mothers should not let they kids, any kid, around nobody, no man. Single mothers are targets. It is what it is. I don't let nobody around my daughter at all. No grandkids. They be like, why you don't post them? For what? What am I posting them for? I know what they look like. I know what everybody look like. It's very rare that I post my babies and all that shit because my daughter grown and I don't really post her like that because people just want to be in your business. People take pictures. You don't know what they're going to do with the pictures. It's just craziness on the internet. But Nicki Minaj messed up big time. She messed up. She messed up big time. She really did. Mm-hmm. She really, really did. And I feel sorry for Papa Bear. Truth be told, that's the main one I feel sorry for. I don't feel sorry for nobody else. I feel sorry for Papa Bear. Papa Bear didn't ask to be born here. He didn't have to have a father that can't take him to school. Hello. He can't do nothing with that little boy when he get older. He can't take him to school, football practice, basketball practice, soccer practice, golf practice. He can't take him around nobody. He can't go nowhere with that little boy. And it's very sad that she chose that type of person to be with when Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. You are the creme de la creme. She could have walked on any basketball court and had any basketball player, football player, golf player, soccer player, any type of player, a doctor, a lawyer. She should have got herself a lawyer because she gonna need one. She should. I mean, you could have did any one of those. You did not have to go back to Queens. Get that over there. That's gang affiliated. A whole SO, like, girl, you like to be tied to those. I'm telling you, she like to be tied to those type of people. Because look at it. Look, if they saying everything that they saying, she like to be tied to those people. I don't care what nobody say. She like being tied to that type of thing. She like to be tied to that. And I don't know what that's about. I know what it's about, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole on this goddamn internet. But I know exactly what that's about. And I don't understand Nicki Minaj. I really don't understand it. I kept telling y'all, listen, I feel like they want her to be part of that humiliation thing. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's starting to look like. Look at what her career is diminished to. Look at the embarrassment she's getting. Look at the backlash she's getting on the internet. They don't went far as doxing her and everything. She's getting hella backlash. She's losing subscribers. Followers. She's not really doing too much. You see her in the airport. She really can't talk to you. You getting, y'all trying to tell me that's not a part of a ritual? And then y'all got the nerve to say, well, she got the nerve to say that she's coming out with an album. Girl, no, you hoping by the time you get ready to drop that album, you probably hoping, and this is the problem with people, you probably hoping that everybody forget about a lot of the things. You know what I'm saying? That everybody just forgets because we in a world that they drop information so much that you forget why you mad at the first part of the information. Nicki is gonna, if she drops that album in March, the ball is gonna drop. That's what? You might as well just say that's 3 months from now. By the time, if she drops that album in March, let's say she does, then the blogs is going to bring up what Nicki Minaj has done. But as far as, I think her fan base is still going to be her fan base. I feel like all of those subscribers that she lost, she's going to get back. I don't feel like there's going to be no backlash like that. I feel like she's going to still win. You know, her album, you may not see her getting no awards for nothing. That's a fact. She may not get no awards for nothing. Because don't tell me after all this you're going to win a Grammy after all this. I don't think so. So, we'll see. But at the end of the day, I just feel like Nicki Minaj could have did so much better as far as her career. She didn't really do is what I thought she was going to do. It's like, you going through all of this. I hope she gets her citizenship. I hope she's not going to be deported. But Nicki is crazy. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nicki is crazy because I would have been had that paperwork. There's no way in the world I'm paying taxes somewhere and I'm not even a citizen of the place I'm paying taxes in. That's not going to never be possible. That's not going to never happen. Like, that makes no type of sense to me. Why is she not an American citizen already? Your baby's an American citizen. How? The baby's like what? Five, six? Papa Bear? I don't want to call Papa Bear too many times because I call my baby Papa Bear too. I'm surprised he ain't come running in here yet. Because all of a sudden he wants to wake up in the middle of the night. But, so what is he like? 4? I don't even think, is he 5? Either way, I just feel sorry for Papa Bear, her baby. That's the only person I feel sorry for in all of this. Because even down to your mother could have handled that. Nicki Minaj should have never had to handle that in her grown adult years in the first place. If her mother handled it and took care and did her motherfucking job. You see how it all starts at the top? If her mother would have handled her business and got Nicki Minaj her citizenship when she was little, Nicki Minaj wouldn't have to be going through all of this. But being that Nicki did go through life without her citizen, how did you go to school? Pause. Here we go. See, now I'm gonna see. I take two pulls and then start asking extra questions. How did you go to school? Now I'm gonna just. My brain just started digging before I even said it. How did she even go to school? What school, Nicki Minaj? Alexa, what high school did Nicki Minaj go to?
Nicki Minaj attended LaGuardia High School.
Alexa, did Nicki Minaj attend LaGuardia High School in New York City?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
It get real complicated for her. Alexa, what state did Nicki Minaj go to high school in?
Nicki Minaj attended LaGuardia High School.
And if that's the LaGuardia High School, that's in New York City. So again, Alexa, can any child go to school without their citizenship?
I don't know that one.
Why she don't never know nothing? Don't laugh at Alexa. She don't mean why she don't never know nothing. But she know a little bit about a little bit, but she don't know nothing about. I bet you if I ask about somebody else, she know about everybody else. But now all of a sudden she don't know nothing about Nicki Minaj. Oh, it's hard for me to answer that. What is it hard? What? That's crazy though, y'all. Now I'm gonna have to really start digging. Because now I'm nosy. Because that's the LaGuardia, okay. Because remember, she grew up in Queens. So that would be about right. But how didn't you have citizenship to go to school? Where would her papers come from? What I'm saying is, did she have a birth certificate? She got to have birth certificate because she got to get a social. And if she wasn't born here, if she was born over there, they would have known that she wasn't a citizen. Sounds weird. I'm just asking questions now because now I'm nosy. Can somebody please help me in the chat? Please type it in if you know the answer. In order to be a child in school, you have to have birth certificate, an address, social, your mother's information, where she work at, do she live in the house with you? Because even when you sign those blue cards for school, well, they blue here in New York City, which is called an emergency card, which is you put the child's information and you put the contact of the next person you want to come get your kid if you can't come get them. You understand what I'm saying? Like an emergency contact. But that's a lot of information that goes on that card too. Like I'm trying to think, y'all, because now I'm really wondering, like, where did you say you went to school in LaGuardia? And then she has school pictures, so I'm not going to say that she did not go to school. I believe she went to school here, but I'm really trying to figure out what paperwork did they use in order to get her in school, because she's not a citizen here. So people do it all the time, but I'm just really trying to figure out how the biggest rap star in the world grew up here from the age of 5 years old, went to school, and never had to show that she was a citizen. Because here's my thing. On applications, all applications, they ask you if you are an American citizen. And that's when you have to write yes or no. And if no, then they have where did you come from? So then you have to write down information about where you came from. And then they ask you for if you have a green card on these. Yes, like this is what I'm trying. Hello, this is what I'm trying to say. There's no way in the world. That means you and your mother and them been lying for years. Now, oh my God, Nicki Minaj gets on my nerve. No, seriously, think about this. I know I'm not bugging out because I know applications. I can pull an application out any of my paperwork right now from anywhere. They ask you all those things about your citizenship. You sitting up there worrying about 45, 47. If you're not a citizen, why are you worrying about him? Because you can't even vote for him, is what I'm trying to get at. You can't vote for him. You're not a citizen. Why are you worried about that? You see? Worried about things that you shouldn't be worried about. Instead of worried about the more important things in life, like your citizenship. So if things pop off, you can stay here with your baby. You see all of the things that's coming around you. You sitting over here on Twitter worrying about somebody else. They citizens. Hov was born in Brooklyn. Beyonce was born in Texas. They are citizens of the United States of America. You, my dear, was born in Trinidad. So, yeah, you should be worrying about that instead of be worrying about them. You was never supposed to be worrying about them, beloved. If you was going to still always be on, girl, do what you got to do to get your citizenship. But don't go after everybody until you do that. Because you doing that is going to put a bigger target on your back. That don't make no type of sense. That now that I'm sitting up here really thinking about all of the things, like girl, you worry about how somebody's kids look. You need to worry about yourself. All those people you snapped on got green cards and are citizens. You is the only one that's not a citizen. That's a matter of fact. Everybody over there got green cards. And they born here and everything. Lotto, Cardi, if she listen, I bet you her paperwork is together. I bet you Cardi B paperwork is together. I bet you they won't deport her. It's weird how she worried about everybody else. Girl, you should just stay focused, bust your little rhymes, and just stay to yourself. Don't even jump in nothing. Like, you should have had a lawyer really looking like you are Nicki Minaj. Like, how is it that things is not getting done over there? But they say the word, oh Lord, I'm about to go down that rabbit hole. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole with y'all. But now I'm really sitting here thinking. So you and your mother just been lying all y'all life. Citizen, she's a citizen. No, she's not. No, so you just been checking boxes you ain't supposed to be checking on everything. That's crazy. Somebody go get Nicki Minaj mother and bring her out here because she got to answer some questions. She making Nicki look crazy right now. Even though Nicki does that by herself, she does it real good. But your mom's just been lying. I can't. I can't. That's crazy. That is crazy. You one of the biggest superstars in the world. You don't have one of the biggest tours on the planet. And you've been lying about being a citizen on applications. Pause. How she get a passport? Alexa, can you get your passport if you're not a citizen of the United States?
I don't have an answer for that.
Why she don't never have an answer? But nobody not gonna say nothing, huh? Alexa, if you are a citizen, can you get a passport?
Hmm. I don't know that.
Good, that was the wrong question anyway. Alexa, if you are not a citizen, can you fill out for a passport?
Hmm. I don't know that one.
This bitch hung me one more time. Matter of fact, it's okay, Alexa. You don't gotta know nothing. That don't make no damn sense. Let me ask. Let me do this myself. But I'm just saying, how she get a passport? How she get a passport if she not an American citizen? How that work? Can you get a passport if you are not an American citizen? Because that's weird. That am I bugging out, y'all? I know I'm not bugging out. See, I got my answer. It says it right here. Non citizens cannot obtain a U.S. passport, but a non citizen national, such as born in, can apply for one of the Pacific passports. Mm. Oh, so they got to fill out the other application. That's what it really is. This status applies to individuals born in certain U.S. territories, especially the United States, Sweden Islands, while they are not U.S. citizens. Their own alliance is to New USA and is entitled to a U.S. passport. So then they would have to apply under non-citizen national status. They would have to apply underneath that. Mm, wow. But still, now I gotta ask the other question. Can you apply for schools without being a U.S. citizen? Hmm. I gotta find out. You know what? Students must have an established or reestablishment residency by the time they enroll into school. By the first day of the school year, if the student is not rapidly for employment receiving information, the student may not be entitled to remain. Okay. I'm just reading school rules and stuff like that. But it was hard. She had to fill out a lot of paperwork and stuff that me in order to become like I'm just mad that Nicki don't have no citizenship here. That she should be real scared right now. You know, come on, she sneezed the wrong way, they gonna lock her up. And you know what's funny? Okay. Remember when what was it this summer and they detained her and she was somewhere far away? And excuse me, y'all. Oh gosh, that was a good sneeze. Remember when she got locked up? Wasn't it like London or something like that? So you got locked up abroad, girl, and you out here popping the pot. Remember when she got locked up? I think she was on tour. Yeah, I remember when they detained her. And now I'm gonna have a sneezing attack because I'm talking. Like, come on, really? But y'all remember that? I remember that. Now I'm gonna have a whole sneezing. I'm gonna sneeze like 5 times, 5,000 times. Lord Jesus. But that's just weird. Yeah. So if I sneeze one more time, Lord, baby Jesus. But my thing is, so that's why it was, maybe that's why it was a big thing. Lord, baby Jesus. That had to be like 10 times. That had to be like 10 times. I don't sneeze like 10 times. They had to be. Don't make no sense. But, but, I don't think they want me to talk about Nicki. Because why I keep sneezing like that? That don't make no sense. None. Oh, gosh. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. But that's just a lot. Nicki mother should have handled that. Nicki should have been handled it if she knew as a grown person you didn't have your citizenship. You sitting out here popping it, and your husband out here threatening people, all of the things, and you're not even a citizen. Girl, listen, I'm gonna need you and 21 to remain quiet. Because did 21 Savage handle his thing? Remember, we found out that he wasn't a resident of Atlanta like that. Remember that? A lot of y'all rappers just need to lay low until y'all get that handled. That's all I'm saying. I just feel sorry for Papa Bear. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let me know how y'all feel about this video. Nicki Minaj, will they deport her is the question. But tell me what you feel, how y'all feel about it in the comments. My name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue the conversation down there. I gotta go YouTube later.